fuck.
GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. Action, Dabatola, Toki in the zone. Breaking down the latest, straight to your phone. From Web 2 shifts to Web the waves. News, deep dives, hot takes for days. Tech's evolving, the world's in spin. Markets move, let's lock it in. Genzio's here, no time to snooze. Tune in now, get the news. GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show.
What's going on?
GM. What
okay.
up?
You can say GM. It's okay.
GM, guys. I was just waiting for them to be quiet for a second.
We could all yell it. We could all speak over each other. It's fine.
It's the way I like to do it, actually. I prefer that way. Dude, we got such a good show lined up for today. I'm just going to go up on the big screen here and let y'all know we're covering things like Bitcoin. Well, even more than Bitcoin. The people that are actually putting Bitcoin ETFs out there and the things that they're saying about other projects inside of crypto. So we're going to talk altcoins, specifically that one. I got DePIN play for you in there, which I've been talking about for over 2 years, which is kind of hilarious that the big organizations are just now catching on. Kind of exciting because we're early. I love saying that. We got gaming, Web3 gaming going on that I wanted to tell you guys about, and the Chinese government. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one, guys. There's going to be a lot of information, a lot of stuff I want to cover. So yeah, also changes to the stream. There's also that as well, because we want to make sure that we're providing the best possible infotainment. Is that a good way to put it?
I didn't know we were going to get into the changes, but yeah, that's...
No, we are, because I want to make sure that people know, and we'll do it appropriately, of course. We're going to make sure that we do it in tiers. We're going to cover every little piece of what I'm talking about, one at a time. But to kick it off, since we got these legends up here that play in this Web3 playground every single day. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Say a little hello. Give us a little something to chew on as we get this show kicked off.
All right. Well, I guess that means me. And
sure.
Not you, Toki. GM. No, I mean, it's a good day, I guess. Wednesday, I got up early, got a bunch of things done. Market actually seeing a little bit of green in Bitcoin, so I guess that's encouraging, but a little bit. But until it hits about 100K plus, then I'll really start honing in on it. For now, I feel it'll be a little choppy, but it's good to see this as opposed to down to say 81 or something. But yeah, man.
I mean, did you see yesterday's April Fool's candle where like the top and bottom were just ridiculous?
Then I didn't tell you. I told Doodles on a space yesterday. I almost did a good April Fool's joke. Well, to just about all of you, except you, Toki, because you'll understand why in a second. And my girl, I even mentioned to her, and she thought it was hilarious. But it was like, I woke up at like 3 a.m, and she's like, "Hey, you could do that." And I'm like, whatever. And then next thing you know, with the time difference, what I was going to do is I was going to switch everyone's profile photos, like swap them all. So like I'd be on Doodles and Doodles would be on Action or whatever. And then I was going to do posts, like GM posts, like take an old photo of Doodles, but post that under Actions and with his profile swapped. So I was going to try to do that with as much accounts that I have delegates with that I'm allowed to. Because there's a whole series of other ones that probably would not appreciate that as an April Fool's joke. Who the hell are these guys? You know,
I can understand why you were like, except for you, Toki. You might not like that.
Well, I just didn't have. I don't have delegate access to your account yet.
Oh, I thought you meant the Genzio accounts where I was.
No, like, I have access to that. That could have been another one. That's what I'm saying. Under that, there's like 20 plus. I really could have swapped profile photos of like 30.
All day long.
Everyone wakes up and everything's scrambled, has no idea, thinks everyone's been hacked, but no, it's just me. No, but being lazy and knowing I had a full day of stuff, stop that. So maybe next April Fool's, and maybe I'll have double the amount of accounts in there. But yeah. But
is that how you like secretly release a rug pull and then we're not sure whose account it's actually on?
It's not. It's not. That's how you. Yeah. That's a bad way to do it.
No, you can't do that because depending on your access or people you know at Twitter and different things and reporting it, I would assume that there's some sort of IP or some sort of, history tracking. Even with there's probably something that could signal how the account was signed into the other account,
It does. It does say that it can't pinpoint. I've been through this actually. Not gonna lie. I might have made a mistake or two at once upon a time. Not that I ever make mistakes, but they can tell that where it's coming from. Let's just put it that way. That's what they can tell is like where things are actually originating from, as far as accounts are concerned. Not necessarily who is logged in. So if you have delegate access and more than one person is logged in, good luck. Good luck with that. All right, I got to make sure.
Not used for that.
All right, first things first. I will let y'all know that I will be running this stream in a more algo-oriented way, and I apologize for anything that y'all might hear. They're like, "Why are you talking about that?" Because here's what happens: if you don't catch people's attention in the first few minutes of the stream and actually talk about stuff. Yes, I am not in 20. I love this. Yes, I upgraded the setup. I fixed the internet. But we got to make sure that we talk about things that will get us out there and people hearing what we're talking about, and just essentially participating in the stream, right? So I want to cover.
But oddly enough, some of those things that you bring up for that are actually things that the majority of people want to know about too.
Oh, I mean,
you know what I mean?
You have.
So it's not like you're saying something to just be like for the heck of it to bring people. It's like it's going to be related to what we're doing. It's hot topics, anyways. So
it is, and the thing is that you have to match it, right? And this is a little insight into the crazy world of YouTube and algorithms. You need to make sure that whatever it is that you do, also makes sense. So you got your clickbait thumbnails out there. Sure, that's great. But if your content doesn't match what you're actually saying on your thumbnail and your title, well, people aren't going to stick around, and then your watch time is going to go way down. So I'll give you guys a few of those insights, just because I do love helping people grow. So first things first, I will say that if anybody's trying to grow a YouTube channel, get their social presence up, let us know. Like, I'm here, dude. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I love helping people, and I've done that. We'll get to you. We'll get to you. I just launched something really cool on YouTube. They have things called goals now. I know, Scott. And within those goals, you can actually have like, I did a crazy little goal right here. I said one light blue super chat, and I'll give you all the details on Scott's and Toki's channels. So yeah, if we meet that goal, I'll.
Wait, what was the thing that you said about a super chat?
Oh, so now you can set goals inside of YouTube. So I put up a
goals.
Goal. Yeah, goals.
Right.
So
because I guess I have to be on that part of the channel. Can't view it through.
Can't view it through here.
That's why I'm a little.
But you know who can? Well, Mira can see it because
on YouTube.
On YouTube, exactly. So yeah, cool. So just trying out new features, and I will say like YouTube is so good at ensuring that people that leverage their new tools get seen, like time and time again. That's what it looks like. So a couple of things. I'm sorry if y'all see ads, you can always skip those things, but YouTube actually promotes like streams that are monetized because they make money. It's kind of wild to think about it, right? But that's how the game gets played, and we're just going to make sure that we're playing by the rules per se to ensure that we not only get the reach that we need, but we also have a good time and get more people in the stream, which segues nicely into the main thing that I want to ask from you guys. Make sure y'all are smashing that like button on YouTube, sharing it out, whatever platform y'all might be watching it on, because it does go a long, long way. All right. First off,
Cool.
that I want to make sure I go over with you guys, and I'm really excited about this one. You remember how Bitcoin launched that ETF, right? And how there was like over 100 million in early inflows, like even before the thing was actually like technically live.
Yep.
Somebody else that has been in that kind of game for a while has been Grayscale.
Yeah.
You guys following? This is so good. I actually get feedback. Normally, I'm talking to a camera and I get no feedback from anybody else. So if they look confused, I actually know now. This is phenomenal. I love this. So talking about those guys, I'm going to pull up Grayscale. Something that Grayscale did is add a few projects to their quote unquote portfolio. They are, and this is Q2 of 2025. I want to make sure that I share the right tab. Otherwise, this is going to look dumb. Sorry, guys. I am going to duplicate this just to make sure that I can do this right. I'm going to hit present. I'm going to go share screen, and I'm going to add this one, and don't need audio. Boom.
Excuse me, I sneezed.
Bless you. All right. Look at this.
All right. Oh,
And-
I know why you mentioned why you pulled this up. That is very interesting.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and again, I say things here sometimes on a stream, yes, for the algorithm, but because it's also true. This is AI vest, so AI. Anyway, it's a DePIN play, which is why I love this. So, Grayscale adds Maple, GeoNet, Story Protocol to top 20 crypto projects for Q2 2025. So the big players are now paying attention to something that you can find on the channel from years ago. I've made quite a good set of profits on GeoNet, thankfully, because they're doing it right. They're actually building things the right way, ensuring that people are getting return on investment. That's the biggest thing that I don't see right now in this space is people with real business instead of hobbies, right? Like you have the hobbies all the time, like, oh, I love doing this, so I'm going to go ahead and start a project, but there's no money behind it. There's nobody actually investing in these projects, or the projects aren't even selling anything. GeoNet sets itself apart, and it's obvious when somebody like Grayscale is adding them to their top 20 crypto projects for Q2 of 2025. Yeah. That's just wild to think about. So super excited for those guys. Shout out, what's up, Lou? Good to see you on the stream. But yeah, shout out to those guys over there, Mike and all of them, because they're doing it right.
Now scroll down a little bit and see who got removed.
Oh man, is there a removal one here?
Oh
no, right there, right there.
Up.
The bottom of that
right
first
there.
paragraph.
Yep. In Story Protocol while removing Akash. Wow. And Jupiter too?
Yeah. That's crazy.
What's Jupe's price? Let me see if I have it somewhere.
But watching them leave the top 20s.
I mean, and this is the top 20 for Grayscale specifically, right? Again, I mean, top 20 is a pretty high mark. So you got to take a look at, how high up the list they are still. Like, shout out to Greg for building, Akash over there.
Yeah, that's really strange that they would be removing it. If anything, I would think that, up until now is a great time to be investing into plays like this.
Well, I think that a lot of people, like I was talking about this a while back when we were still kind of coming up the market. I'm going to pull up Akash just as an example, because when I was talking about Akash, I was talking about GPU and other things as well at that time, because the AI plays were pretty big, just because they were so undervalued. All right, here we go. Akash, good job, man. 5% up today.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Let me share this tab instead. Boop. Yeah, no, I was making sure I sized right. So we're up 5% up on the 24-hour. But if we zoom out and go a year.
It looks like a lot of altcoins, though, over the last year.
It does.
I mean, last April, end of March, April into May, almost, we had like highs for a lot of stuff. Everything was ripping. And
yeah. And this is the area right here. So this is around when I was talking about, like, guys, this is a good buy. This is a good play right now. They are looking a little down. What's the little eye here? Oh, yeah, they got listed on Binance Futures. Love it when there's like the hype of like, we're gonna get listed, let's go up, and then gotta love that. Gotta love that. But yeah, I mean, I'm super bullish on what's going on as far as GeoNet is concerned. Sorry, Akash, what is it? The 3 here. I'm gonna share this tab instead. Akash, Arweave, and Jupiter for losing those top spots. My recommendation: bring in revenue, make sure people are using your platform, and that there is potential growth, ahead. That's how you get in top 20. Pretty straightforward.
We're going to be hearing a lot of that as far as revenue coming up. I really, really think that after last year, meme coins, lots of other stuff, even after last cycle with all like L1s that just went up to ridiculous numbers for no reason whatsoever. I think that now, especially if you're going through a cycle, your second cycle, then you need to be showing that you're making some money. You need to have cash flow. You need to have money go. Like, it can't just be like, oh, we're doing all this and everyone's like, yay. And eventually it comes back down. So I think, a lot of these projects, they start showing revenue, start making money. You'll see it reflect in the charts.
I agree. And again, like, we're at the cycle, I believe, that we're going to start to see things that are going to go quote unquote mainstream. And when you see things going mainstream, that means that you should have been there already. I hate to say that, but a perfect example of that is how MasterCard has been inching their way into crypto as much as possible. And we obviously saw that at ETH Denver with their big announcement when it comes to their MetaMask card. This is the announcement for the early access, but people are now walking around with MetaMask cards, and they're doing really, really good rewards. I mean, I just talked to Michael from MetaMask this morning, had an awesome space with him, and we're talking about getting like 11% cash back on your stuff. Like, nobody is doing that out there. Nobody can actually provide that.
I'm not up to speed with the actual details of the card. Is it essentially anything in your MetaMask wallet? You could use your card and it will swap at current value, or is it only doing certain things? Do you know, like, because right now with updated in MetaMask, you could see all your networks or your top stuff, right? So you could just see.
Oh, there's more coming too, man.
So if I have the card, if I get the card, whatever's in on all my chains and all those things, I just see the top balance and then just go, okay, I know how much I could spend, and it reconciles it.
So
go ahead, Toki.
In this instance, if you ever use the Coinbase card, we can kind of select which currency you want to use in order to spend.
So you just select
yeah,
which
so
one,
you're
and then
basically selecting which one you want to use as like your regular, like, lack of a better term, liquidity.
Okay.
And then you can use that as a regular basis, and then that's where you're earning the up to 11% back. Because
so like if you selected ETH because you just had a lot of ETH in your wallet and you basically made that, then you'd start getting the rewards in there, and pretty much you would just swap everything to ETH to make it easier. Just
if you wanted to, yes.
Yeah,
yeah. Everything over to ETH then.
Otherwise, you could change to like Bitcoin then, or change to Solana or something else.
Yeah, like the.
Because I haven't had the Coinbase card. I've been weary on some of the cards that were tied to, exchanges and stuff, especially after crypto.com and the rewards just sort of vanished. They like had a lot, and then I see them naming stadiums, and I'm like, all right, you'll spend hundreds of millions there, but you clip everyone's rewards. So that's why I was a little, I'll say, naive to the details of some of these more, I don't know.
I will say that I have enjoyed
better known
getting
cards.
rewards on the Coinbase card without needing to necessarily buy into their system. I like that a lot. I do not enjoy how crypto.com made like $1 billion gross while still bringing down all their other benefits. I understand they need to stay in business and that quote unquote it's good business to make a lot of revenue, but
it's like a rug pull on those rewards.
It does feel more like a rug pull on the rewards than anything. So I really just didn't enjoy that one bit.
Well, I'll give you my 2 cents. If you guys are looking at crypto.com, make sure you're using coupon code ACTION when you're signing up.
What about the MetaMask one? Do you have a code for that?
I don't have a code for that.
Too early?
Well, dude, you were talking to Michael. We literally were in the call with him.
I don't know if there's a referral thing on MetaMask, to be honest with you. I don't remember there being one of those.
Sounds like something we should get behind.
That's an interesting one. I might have to get a card for for the MetaMask. I might have to try that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again. I'm the dumb out there that will literally pick up and buy anything just to try it out and tell y'all it works. It doesn't work.
we
It's
know.
okay. It's not. Go ahead.
I'm just
Toki, go ahead.
curious. How does that work with? Guess the card's got to have KYC, and then your wallet
The
becomes
card
known.
has KYC, and that's the thing. Like,
Ooh,
yeah,
new
Scott
wallet created on
Scott
MetaMask.
does not like KYC.
Well,
so
it's not. It's not that. But think about this. You've been using MetaMask, or you guys been using MetaMask. Let's just say a few years, right? And you have a handful of wallets in there. They probably have just a lot of transactions, different things you've done. Now you're going to get a card and KYC on top of that. I'm not. If I'm going to get the card and link it to a wallet, it's going to be a completely fresh new
of
wallet.
course it'll be,
and then I'll move whatever I need from Exchange or somewhere over. I'm not going to put it on, any of the wallets I have yet, because if you get KYC, no, I don't want to KYC every transaction I've done in.
I agree.
Other wallets, so.
I'm 100% with you, because
It's
again,
fresh start.
And that's kind of how we have to run in this space, right? Like, you want to limit exposure. That's a really, really smart way of going about this. But again, if you really, really quote unquote paranoid about this, and you want to make sure that you're, quote unquote not being tracked, I have a better solution for you. Y'all should go to ultimo.action.co and check out that one.
And that's all we're gonna say about that one.
That's all I can say about that one.
That's also true.
Oh man. Yeah, it's a debit card. That's all it is. A little debit card that makes things just work. Ultimately, that's what it is. Like, that's what I like about it. It just works. Yeah. All right.
Wonder if MetaMask uses the Palau ID.
Yeah, my Palau ID just expired. All right, I will pick beef again. I don't like picking beef. Yeah. Oh yeah. And not the tasty kind. Mexi. I am about to literally shut everything down with them. I am not touching Mexi whatsoever anymore ever again. I literally offered to KYC my accounts. I have dual citizenship. I can show that I have addresses and property and whatever else in other countries, and they are still saying that my account has to be terminated. Not only that, for anybody that got their accounts frozen, they are charging a monthly fee of 1% if you keep your funds there. So yeah, it's highway robbery. So shout out to whoever is working now at Mexi. I've interviewed their co-founder and a bunch of people in the past. Y'all are sucking right now. And
I stopped using them when they moved to KYC and things like that. Like, I just stopped using them because technically can't, and I didn't want to risk having any funds there and then accidentally something happens with the VPN or where I am, and then the account gets locked. And then I've actually heard that happen to some people. And not to mention, on the tail end of before the KYC, they just became notorious for, okay, they're listing everything, and everything that they're listing, they're just dumping it on you. So whatever deals they were doing, they were getting a large supply, and then everyone's like, oh, great, we're getting an exchange listing today. And then it was just like, just wrecked. And I was done playing games with that. Like, all right, take it elsewhere.
Now, last, let's quote unquote call this major news, things that are out there that are like very, very out in the open and in public, and everybody is talking about this. So love Doge designer. Let me share this tab here. Wait, I still use it for perps. Check over here, but only a few hundred there. Yeah, I used to use it for perps a lot, dude, and it's gone downhill for me. It's not a good look for them. Let me show you guys this little number here. So did you hear about this one?
No, but I mean, look, I didn't foresee these two being best friends for very long. I think that, maybe Trump looks at it as Elon's getting a lot of attention. And
okay, well, you need to work on the algo here, Scott. Like, don't take these two. So Elon Musk.
There you go. Elon Musk and Donald Trump, the current presidents of the United States. Of
America.
Of America. I feel that that this best friendship that they're portraying is not going to last forever. I feel that, Donald Trump, just based off of the past and his personality, if Elon's getting too much attention in the attached to the Oval Office and stuff, he's eventually going to get sick of that. So I think.
Well, guess what? This is fake news. I was just baiting you to see what you would say. So that's how you really feel about this.
No, he's actually supposed to leave in May because there's his title in so many days. So whether this is true or not, come May, there's so many days. I think that his agreement for what was it? How much $1 trillion, or what was the reduction of money in so many days that Elon helps? And I think that ends in May.
Too much.
And it was supposed to be a reduction of, it averages to be $4 billion a day.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Yeah. So if anybody wants a fun little YouTube channel that actually feels like a little family, check out Down Home Crypto. Shout out to you guys. You're building something special over there. Now, here's why I bring this up, okay? Yes, the algorithm does love it, but Doge Designer is the one that put this news out. He is awesome, and let me pull this up real quick. He is hooked up with My Doge. That's a little icon he has next to it because he is a designer for My Doge wallet. And yeah, Jordan doesn't know this yet, but when I get to Dubai at Token 2049, I'm going to get him to sponsor something we do.
Sounds like fun.
Oof. All right. So you ready, Toki?
Absolutely.
Now it's your time to shine. I don't know if y'all know this, but Toki is this big gamer that am I wrong?
I don't know if I'm a big gamer.
I mean, you're bigger than me.
You game a lot?
I do game a lot. That's true.
Get it? You're bigger than me.
That is also true.
For many.
It doesn't take very much to be taller than this guy over here. Okay, though. We gotta. I need to address the thumbnail. Oh, by the way, Down Home Crypto, I just made you a mod on my, channel. By the way,
that you were doing.
Yeah, I did a little bit of clickbait on the thumbnail, but it's 100% legitimate. Like, I'm not making this up. I also happen to use ChatGPT for this thing because I want to see how ridiculous it would make my face. And yes, it looks so stinking dumb, and I love it. Here, I'll share the tab just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's kind of amazing.
So did AI like completely create your picture, or is that the actual photo?
Yes,
really?
Completely created my picture.
Oh wow!
So you just it just knew?
I gave it 3 pictures of myself.
Yeah. Now that I look at it,
it's not me.
It's not
look,
you.
look at that beard. It's
Look
way
at the
too.
eyes.
Yeah, the eyes are a little messy.
It's a little.
Okay, let's stop looking
close,
at the weirdness right there and talk about what the thumbnail was about. Do you know? I gotta ask. I'm gonna ask you like this, Toki. Since you're all about gaming, do you know what was the title of this? China's first Web3 game. Do you know what China's first Web3 game is?
Absolutely. Their first official series that they're putting out, according to all the news, is Shrapnel.
Yeah, which is a little weird because that's not a Chinese game, right?
Right.
But it is now.
And it's their first one somehow.
Well, and you're talking about the algorithm here. Like, let me tell you, they are not only going to China, they're also going specifically to this place right here. Shrapnel partners with Chinese government to launch the first licensed Web3 game on nation's official RWA chain.
This is so
weird.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually have this article pulled up on Decrypt because I was reading over it.
Look at that. Homeboy over here is doing research. I love it. All right, gonna go to your screen. You ready?
Absolutely.
Take it away, Toki. Well, fix that screen size too, but yeah, then take it away.
What's wrong with the screen size this time?
You gotta make it chubbier.
You gotta adjust it. You gotta
chubbier this time?
You need a little more width.
Yeah. Keep going. And
good.
Right. Ooh, right there. Yeah.
I'm glad it works out for you. So yes, as we were talking about, Shrapnel suddenly coming out of nowhere, having already existed for like a hot second, is now working with the Chinese government. I don't even know how this deal came about. I don't know why this deal has decided to go through, but working with the nation's official RWA chain has got to be one of the craziest things on the Web3 gaming bingo card this year by far.
How? I'm just
It's
so
insane.
confused.
So
What chain are they have? What chain are they using?
it's apparently
Like,
it's the so they call it the RWA trusted copyright chain.
Yeah, but
I don't actually know what that means. I don't know if that's the actual name of the chain itself.
is this game going to be just on that chain and just how it can't just be accessible there then? I mean, it like breaks all the rules.
No, it doesn't break all the rules. It's kind of weird. Well, listen to this.
It skirts them, if anything.
These guys went on AVAX, right? That's how they started out. Like, and if you look, here, I'm going to go back to my screen for a hot
I saw
second.
them a couple years ago when we were 3XP.
You see that right there? You know what that little triangle means, right?
Yeah.
Like that's people up pointing triangle. That's the emoji, but it stands for being on AVAX.
Yeah.
So this is like, it's a curveball for me for sure.
Absolutely.
But I mean, you know what? Here, let's make it worse. You ready?
Well, do you know why they did it?
Why?
Because the Chinese government is actually providing them the quote unquote compliant regulations in order to do this.
Yeah, because they have.
So they set up a framework. They said, "Hey, this is the framework,"
Yep.
and they're like, "Okay, cool. Now we have clear guidelines, and we can move forward and know how to build out the game the way we want."
And it's that easy. It's that easy to help out the world of crypto. If you want more people to use it within your country, if you want it to grow, if you realize that the RWA scene is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar business opportunity, then you should be providing clear and compliant rules for everyone to be using this. Because that's the way that it gets adopted, and that's the way that you keep the money where you want it to be.
By doing this, there's exclusivity to Chinese players and different things like that. But you're right. You put the framework in place, then you can build. I'm curious how, let's say, the United States or other countries put things into place, how it matches or lines up with, say, China and some countries. Because right now we have laws that are completely different about the same thing. So
Absolutely.
I wonder how regulation is going to be. Is not going to be in sync. Between
think about it in the sense of the United States government has laws for and against nodes at the exact same time on whether or not that you can operate them. Regardless of whether or not they even make sense, the U.S. government at the federal level has those laws that literally go against each other.
And it doesn't necessarily help when you have politicians right now, too, that are saying, oh, mining's okay, or this is that. Like, they could say that, but until that's put down in the law books, till it's passed, till somebody signs orders on all these things, all it is words, and people are like, that's great. And then they start doing it. It's like, hold up a second, like, slow down.
But now we
need to have that framework. And
where this real framework exists in China with the Chinese government. And that's how this is all going to come about. So you have to think about it in the sense of, if the U.S. wants to be competitive, if even other first world nations want to be competitive in the RWA scene, they have to come up with a real framework for this to work now. You have a perfect use case that's now coming about. I don't know if it's actually going to say perfect, but it's a use case that's now coming about in the form of
I mean, I could see if China's doing this, in the RWA case, that works within their country. And I don't necessarily foresee that things outside, probably with, I don't know, I don't want to say laws because it's not really laws, but I can't see that tokenizing outside of China necessarily. So,
okay.
So other countries are going to, like, I'm wondering if it's going to be this battle between countries.
Because how many countries in APAC consistently use products that are made in China or come out of China?
Well, and there's
we're
also
talking about
of,
Singapore, we're talking about Thailand, we're talking about Cambodia, we're talking about Malaysia.
How about this? Let
Indonesia.
me back it up more Eastern and Western culture, maybe.
Okay, but they don't need them.
No.
That's the thing. If they have all the framework and they have everything lined out and they have more than 1 billion people, They're able to
Oh no,
create
they're
the
great.
ecosystems and do everything that they need to do. They can
But I
grow
think
the whole entire
I think
RWA scene on their own. They
but
can
I
just say
think the way
screw the
they
Western world on that one and
no,
just
they're
be
already
like,
saying that though. They're already saying that, and they're doing it. What the way it forces the Western
it's true.
world or others into doing something or putting framework in is it's going to strengthen their economy. It's going to strengthen their
Oh yeah.
economy, and then that's the leverage that United States and other ones could, if we're not up to speed or keeping putting things in place so we could stay in competitive
We're already
nature.
behind.
That's with this we already started off behind. So that's what I'm saying. If their economy strengthens because of things like this and crypto policy going into place or framework, it forces us, because we don't want to, United States doesn't want to be second to anyone in anything. So it becomes almost like economic war. And we're like, we need our economy to be very, very strong. The only way to do that, if they're tokenizing everything, is for us to be able to do the same thing and put more value in what we have going on too.
Isn't it already an economic war when we're looking at the tariffs that are going on? So with that in mind,
oh wait, that started yesterday, right? Is that yesterday the official date where
yes. So
begins?
technically not all of them. I guess some are being delayed until April 10th or something like that. I don't really understand how all that correlates, but either way, you have a whole entire new line of tariffs that are coming into play. So if you're talking about an economic war, we're already there.
You know what's funny though, with those tariffs, that hurts us. The tariffs are hurting us right out the gate in our market.
Well, it's not just hurting us, it's hurting our actual businesses, because if you go and look at Canadian marketplaces right now, if you go and look at Canadian stores, they're just saying buy Canadian and basically denying US products.
Oh,
that's happening in more places than just Canada. Yeah, they're just denying entrance to our products and accepting Canadian products instead. I'm not going to say we knew that stuff like this was going to happen. But if you're talking about an economic war, the RWE scene.
Suck it.
Yes. Dan stopped it. Yes.
I let you guys go off for way too long. I'm gonna go ahead and chime in this one. Yes, you are right that they hurt us initially. I definitely agree with that. But if
I don't think they hurt us.
Well, they initially they do. I mean, there's definitely like a downtick. Oh, dude,
sure. If you're okay, but if you're gonna say that that's going to initially.
Yeah, it's a short time frame. That's like very short time frames what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But it's like ultimately going to hurt other people, like because of the powerhouse that the US is. Like
absolutely.
It's not that right now, Canada, if you go to the store, you know what you get? Like maple syrup.
Oh, you're struggling. No, so Canada has a housing crisis right now, so they can't house the almost like 40% increase in immigrants that they have right now.
Yep.
They can't actually afford to bring in enough food into their own country. They already have issues with the amount of trucks that are coming in from the United States, and now they're denying our goods. So they're only increasing the rate of horrible things that are going to happen inside of Canada.
One of the first things they did was pull all the booze from America off of all the shelves at all the bars. I'm like just shows you what kind. Like,
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I did not go to Costco and buy that Royal Crown or a couple of bottles of that just to be on the safe side of things.
We don't have to tell them.
Yeah, no, but like seriously, like going back to this gaming thing that I want to make sure you guys understand. Like, yes, it's shrapnel. I'll throw it up on the screen. Yes, shrapnel is going, going to China. Great. Whatever. Like the exclusive IP is the piece that people were kind of losing their minds over. Guess who already does that from the beginning? It's Fortnite. Like, you know how much the OG skins for like the Chinese servers are worth? Like they've been doing this forever and they've been quite successful. So there is room to play. And yeah, I mean, they're going where the money is. Somebody that's accepting them and has those kind of guidelines set up. But since we're going to talk about gaming here, I'm going to do two things. First, remind everybody that Monkey Dude is awesome, and I'm so glad you're here. Also, the fact that Perko's also here. I did start that thing on YouTube, so y'all got like 20 minutes before it shuts down, and I don't tell you about the channel things for Scott and Toki. Just a little reminder. But another game that we kind of mentioned in passing is off the grid. Can we talk about off the grid, Toki? Because look at this thing here. Coach K, like he gets a lot of calls right. Like he does a good job. Like he can't, he's a good dude. And he's all about it. Like he's an advisor, like not going to pretend that he's not. Like we've had conversations. He's an advisor for the gun token, all of this stuff. But these are very cool things. New battle pass to exclusive skins. You got skins here, skins there. You got partnership matchmaking, 18 million players. You got this, you got that. But then you look at what's happened with this token launch, and it doesn't look so hot.
No, it does not. And also, I still struggle to play off the grid.
Okay, have you downloaded it and played it over the last 3 days?
Over the last 3 days? I think I played it. I played it last week, but I haven't played it this week.
The optimization is definitely better. I can actually play the game without struggling. So hats off to them for optimizing a little bit, but it's still not where it needs to be. But yeah, there has been progress made there.
I struggled to connect into matches. I had a few issues where like, I'm sure you've played enough to know like when your legs pop off and then trying to like get back up and get like connected with your team again after that. Dude, I was struggling so hard.
You know how to fix that? Here's the answer.
There you go.
That's an interesting answer.
I mean, Dan is right. It could run on Flux.
That's
I would
truth.
like to see a different protocol as far as matchmaking is concerned. Like Tashi
Like Tashi?
Like Tashi would definitely make this better as far as matchmaking is concerned. But even Tashi could run on Flux as well. So like, yeah, I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't run a Tashi node on Flux. It's cheap. So it's going to be profitable. Shout out to Ken over there, because that is going to be something that I'm going to be deploying as soon as it's available. So yeah.
Hey, did that Octominer ship?
I don't know. Good question. I can look at that while we're talking here, but we'll see, because
It was like $4 and it's full of video.
Dude,
cards.
it was so cheap. It was so cheap. I got to check on the tracking. My boots, the cheap, those shipped.
Those shipped, of course, but I really want to see if the other thing. Like, supposedly it's real, because what's his name was saying that from the summer on they've been selling them, and so I'm just curious if that's still a thing, if you can get it, because I mean, $300 or whatever was discounted, even, but was like $250 essentially.
I will remind you guys
chipped.
that
It's
those
chipped.
cards do not come with fans. So please, if you are going to be getting them, realize that they do get hot and that they should be, like somewhat cooler area.
What are you talking about?
Those graphics cards.
Yeah, the graphics cards don't have. Okay, so the way Octominers work is that they have an in and an out. The reason the cards don't have fans is because it just messes up the airflow. What you want is to get it in and get it out. Now, if you're gonna sell the cards and strip the thing apart, then you want to have what I have, which is basically I have about 100 fans sitting around that are not in use.
There you go.
So yeah, I just screw it on, and I can sell the cards on their own, which is kind of awesome. Oh, okay. It did ship.
What?
Yeah, it shipped. Let me see if I can get some tracking going on here.
Wow. All right. So far, you do not get rug pull unless you open up the box and inside the case, it's full of sandwiches. Because
I would not be concerned about that. That would be a win. Okay, it's supposed to arrive here tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. So Friday, everyone, there's going to be a live unboxing of a $250 Octominer that's loaded with graphics cards.
Dude, I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
A multi-$1,000 unit for $300.
Wait, first of all, it shipped very quick, and this is like a week turnaround time to get it. So if
stop. Oh, we got news. All right, sorry, I had to show this. I put the goal as a very small goal, but we hit it. We hit it, guys. That means I can tell everybody about what's going on in your channels. But yeah, continue, Scott.
Oh, I'm thrown off now with your horns and everything.
Because I didn't want to hear what you had to say.
Yeah, I know. Let's move on. Come on, action. You know what? I should do? I should do one of these. I should just remove him from the stage. Yoink. All right.
I really thought you were going to do it.
No, I'm not going to do it.
You had
I'll
me
let,
on suspense.
I'll let action be the Joker most of the time. So
Okay, only most of the time. Can't be all the
Most of
time.
the
I need you to rag on me sometimes.
Hey,
Dude,
no, but
Serenity.
you're
when
Serenity,
amazing.
thank you, man. We love you,
look,
man.
when that miner shows up for 250 or whatnot, that's a great entry point. Like we talked about the other day, to spec mine, to do whatever. So
Don't say 250. It was 300.
well, it was discount because Action's got a code that he blurted out on
Oh,
stream.
Yeah,
And
I
I'll
did have
say
it.
it again.
It's still saved here, probably. Yeah, here it is. Here's the code.
Oh,
It's,
well, yes. If you have the code, then yes, you can get the discount. But for those
it's not
without
my code, by the way. So you guys are helping Red Panda, by the way. He's a homie. It's good.
Well, still, it gets you cheaper and very low
I
entry
agree.
point, especially if you want to learn or get involved in mining. So
Okay, we got to go over the Bitcoin thing before we close because this is important. Last thing I'll say before we go over channel stuff and things that are happening. I guess another homie has been like talking about this stuff. I'll bring it up. Shoot, who did that? I remember. It's tactical. I was trying to remember
it's like he had a conversation and told us about this prior and is expecting us to give him the answer.
I was
no.
really
Sorry.
confused.
I don't know. Action, just talk to yourself,
bro.
for a bit
I'm
and
still confused. Okay,
at least you came to the answer, right? You figured it out.
I mean, every once in a while it works. Here is tactical. So this is Alex right here, and he's like, "Can anyone explain why EOS is pumping?" Thought this died.
Yeah, that's
that poor soul. He has no
nice,
idea.
Though.
Yeah,
40%.
so looking right now at the 7-day on this chart, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. So we're up 43% on the week here. And yes, it did die. I'm not going to lie. These guys came along and said, we're going to save it. We're going to do something good with it. And EOS is actually one of Genzio's clients. Go figure. I just did a whole stream with them. I don't remember. Was that last week or was that earlier this week? I can't remember.
That was last week, I'd say.
That was last week. That's why the chart looks so good, Action. Because you killed it.
So if you guys want to sponsor a stream that will get your chart pumping, well, here we are.
Financial advice.
Was that good? Was that good? We're going to give financial advice. I give financial advice every stream, bro. I'm like, yo, go look into this thing yourself. Don't listen to anybody else. Like, actually make your own decisions. Best financial advice I
do want to say something very specific, though, because you keep on saying that they are called EOS. And that's what it's listed as right there. But there is something really important that we should be focusing on. And that is that they're actually changing their name, rebranding. And it's very important. Their new name is Volta. You could actually, I believe we have that in some of our graphics that are coming up in some of their new releases. And I believe their X account will be changing within the week or so.
There it is. That's their new logo. They have this really
I like that.
Remember website. It's going to be volta.com. They were like, we don't know if we can share what it's just volta.com, guys. It's okay.
Action's like, I can figure this out real quick. Let me just try the name.com.
I did figure it out. But like they're doing cool stuff, man. They're essentially looking to bank people, and leverage Bitcoin while doing so, which is really stinking awesome. I am, maybe you don't know about this, Toki, but in talks with a large company that does RWA tokenization of real estate.
Of ass?
I was about to say, I was like, hold on a second.
We're not there yet. Actually, that's a different website. I don't know if I can say it.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, we don't want to mess up the
sidebar on this.
That
we
one.
got a new project that we're about to start. Not legal in the States, but it would be legal elsewhere.
No,
we're gonna RW.
This one is in the States. This one is in the States. Lovely.
We'll bring Doodles in on this.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we jump in on this opportunity. No
He'll
doubt
have
about
several
that
categories that you can't find in other regions.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to those guys over at Volta. They're doing something right, and I'm trying to bring us back because this is just gonna go down real quick. And I'm trying to talk about the stuff, man. Thanks to Serenity here that just did this thing here. We're buying snacks, guys. We're buying snacks.
So happy.
Channels.
Yeah, we have to buy the snacks. Usually Nacho brings snacks, but he hasn't been around lately, so we've been purchasing them. So
I still haven't met Nacho. I've only met Taco.
I don't think anyone's truly met Nacho. Not at an event, but we know him.
Yeah.
He's just like He just doesn't go to conferences, so no in real life meeting.
But if you do
Just
want to
like
meet
a
us in real
multi-year
life,
friend.
show up.
What?
Show up, because the crew here does travel quite a bit. Thank you for the
Yeah,
reminder, Serenity. Make sure everybody's smashing that like button
Yes.
and subscribing to the channel. And talking about subscriptions to channels, perfect segue. Toki, what should they be subscribing to?
Ooh, actually, that is true. We're starting a new channel dedicated just towards gaming. It's actually one of the things I've been working on for a bit with one of my friends, actually a few of my friends. So it's something that I finally get to bring to fruition. It's going to be at Trusted Co-op.
This is where you share the screen and put it in a banner.
Put it in the banner as well.
Well, just share it. Just find the channel and put it up. And yes, guys, Toki does have friends. It's pretty amazing. I was impressed with it as well.
I will. I'm gonna stop sharing so I can switch screens real quick.
You're good. You're good. This is taking forever.
Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
Scott, I'm going to go over to you instead. Something else that we're doing also is making sure that we are expanding this reach to something else as well. So not only with Action Crypto channel, because I got to be honest with you guys, when it comes to algorithm, they are looking at specifically the types of videos you're posting, the things you're talking about, and you want to be consistent. You can't be all over the place. Otherwise, the algo just dings you for it. So yes, I'm going to continue to talk about RWA. I'm going to continue to talk about DePIN. I'm going to talk about all of this stuff that trends, but I want to make sure that we are getting more stuff out there, and I don't want to be the one guy doing it. So enter the chat, Scott.
In layman's terms, what he's saying is a couple days a week, you could find content being streamed out on Action's YouTube channel, and a couple days a week on mine and on Toki's. So they're going to have a little bit different focuses. Toki's going to be a little bit more game related. Obviously, Action's the DePIN and RWA and AI guy and all that. And I'm going to go over market news, maybe some meme coins and various other things. But we're all going to be doing this together and having segments. So we're going to make sure the content is coming out on Genzio here on Twitter, on X, as well as hold on a second, as well as YouTube channels, so you can find us in different places. So if it's easier for you to load up YouTube and chat with us that way, then we'll make sure that we're streaming that way. We'll also be putting out some videos and some shorts and different things. So you're going to find a lot of content from all of us on both X and YouTube.
I will say that you all should not subscribe to this channel if he doesn't change it to dark mode, because I don't know what this dude is thinking right now.
My guy.
My eyes are bleeding.
It's not even showing up for me on the stream. So.
Oh, really? What's the URL for that channel, Toki? By the way, did you get an @ yet?
Oh wait. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, you did. Don't say shit on my stream, okay?
Okay, I'll say it. Wait till you get to my stream. I mean, no, you can do whatever you want.
All right.
Check this out. Wait.
Boom.
I'm the first one. Wait.
It's in there.
Refresh your screen. I'm the first one. I'm the first one subbed.
No, there's technically more than one. Sorry.
Yeah, now that you did, but I was number
There's
one.
3 already.
3.
There we go. So yeah, make sure, you know what, let's put the links to the channels. Maybe we'll just post them in the comments of the Twitter video. And then we could also maybe put it Action if you're not too much trouble to go back to the description of the video. And
oh yeah, absolutely. But I didn't want to leak it until it was official, until we got it out there. I'm also going to do y'all a solid and put it on my channel as far as one of the affiliated channels.
Yeah, I'll do that as well. And all I'll do is not help you get any more subs, but it's okay. It won't do much at all, but I'll put it.
I'll happily do it for you, good sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, Twitter more. There's been a lot more engagement in Twitter over the last couple of years. Everyone seems to default to that, but there is a huge audience on YouTube, and if they happen to lock in, they will
people
watch.
Spend money on YouTube. It's wild. People are looking for news and they're looking for entertaining news.
And lots of stuff on there. There's a lot more ways that
Yeah,
feel like when you're in chat that you could interact with the host if it's live, for example.
absolutely.
Do a super
So,
chat. You could do various different emojis and icons, and now you could set up goals and all sorts of different things. So,
they've been doing it right. There is no question about that. So yeah, pick it up, Elon.
Elon Musk. We know you're
Yes,
busy.
you gotta say the full name. Yeah, you see, this is a perfect example. Look at Burkle. I mean, she's here for the YouTube content. Got a space.
Yeah.
Got
Look,
space with Burkle in 2 hours. 2 hours, I believe. It's
I won't
2
even
hours.
BS you. I watch majority of the streams on YouTube for stuff. I don't watch in Twitter because then I got to open it in another tab to do whatever else I'm doing.
Yes.
And then I notice I hit the thing and I'm like, oh man, I just closed the video to go back to the notifications. And so I tend to, if people are streaming and they're pushing it to YouTube, I'll be the person on YouTube watching you. So.
All right, we're gonna call this affiliated.
More like me.
What do we want to call this tab? Come on, guys, help me here.
What tab?
Like the thing that's going to show your channels down on the bottom of like on my channel.
Oh, what are you going to call the tabs?
Yeah,
affiliated channels are pretty long.
Sorry,
it's bro.
I have jokes that are inappropriate, but you could just put I don't know.
Just put the bros. The homies. Just have a list of all your affiliates.
So there's an example.
Oh, I see.
Right
it says
there.
actions channels. You could say like
I'm gonna edit that. Yeah. What
say like must subscribe to these channels.
Must sub channels. How's that?
There you go.
I love it. All right. Beautiful. I'm gonna make sure we get that up there.
Channels.
Look at this. Everyone's watching us set up our accounts here and tie them together. If you want your account tied in too, just send us the link. We'll put it in there. Put it on my page. You probably got more subs than me on YouTube.
Trusted.
It's funny because I have a YouTube channel that all I did was just live stream my skate event at my house the few years that I had it. Nothing else. But it has like, I don't know, a decent amount of subs on it. Like in the hundreds, which is surprising for like only 4 times going live and there's nothing else on there. It's really random. So
sounds like a good time. Maybe you should get
no
a
ramp.
new event.
I would need a new ramp, actually. No, if the guys who have the ramp up in the Midwest wanted me to organize something, I would do it just because of the sentimental value of the ramp. But
you were
you can't
subs.
You can't top though, having that in your backyard and like the Dead Kennedys playing and like a couple thousand people just going crazy. Like, so it's hard to, there won't be duplicating that vibe again. So I'll just
not in your backyard.
Not in my backyard. Well, you know what?
If
this cycle really gets kicking at some point and it goes parabolic, then then maybe.
I love how you went parabolic.
Well, you didn't see it because I did. If it was wider, there was air quotes in there. That's the thing. I went like in between the air quotes.
Go ahead, give us the parabolic.
I was like parabolic, right, like that. So, action right here. Tell your editor this is where you clip the short because I was an idiot for 15 seconds, and you could use that. Send me a copy too because I'll post it.
Wait a second. Why do you think I post like shorts that look like that, like just to make you look stupid?
Of course you do. There's a whole series of them.
Sometimes
go to Action's channel if you aren't subbed. There'll be a link in the description, and you will be able to see me on his channel as an idiot.
All right, so there it is. I updated it. It says must sub channels. This Action Studio up here, I'm gonna actually be posting interviews to that. It actually has gotten the pretty good traction on the content that I've posted on it. So since it does well,
that's going to do amazing because your interviews, you're probably like the best person I know in crypto interviews like across the board. So once you have all those lined up and going out in the channel and going out like that, I think not only is it going to get good reach and do very well and people are going to enjoy it, I think there's going to be really high profile people in crypto that are going to turn around and reach out to you that usually are getting chased down for interviews. So I expect once you start posting these that, by the time we're at like a next big conference, you're going to be sitting down with some heavy hitters and, Yeah.
Not
So
that
everyone
I mean,
needs to make sure they sub to that channel.
you make it
you're the
sound
best.
like we don't do that now, but yes, I'm actually
No,
gonna
you
post,
do. You
post
hit
it.
you interview heavy hitters and stuff like that. But I'm just talking about there's some of the people that might never ever do interviews, hardly
Yeah.
ever. You'd be the guy who like sits down with like the head of Telegram and interviews him. Like you'd be able to, like, that's how I see you being able to get exclusive stuff that other people don't. And when you do that,
So
my
tell me,
account back.
why in the world has Scott's account not been reinstated? How can you make so much money and yet
Exactly.
not actually provide support? Is that a good question?
I heard they have 3 employees. And I don't know if that includes the CEO, but supposedly there's 3 employees.
Here are
I
some
know
of the
you've
things that
talked to
we're talking
apparently
about.
one of them.
No, that's volunteer support. I don't think they're
my
employed.
bad.
They stopped responding now. Look at this. I got, what is that, Trump dunking on my head? The background. All right, guys.
How is that? Wait, can you hear this, by the way?
No, because
No, thank God. Let's move on.
You can when you scroll over the actual image of it, it literally shows you right.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Sorry, sorry.
That's fine. I was just letting you know.
Look at that dance. Look at Trump in the background there, just
I
rocking.
mean, yeah. I mean, those shorts are pretty amazing. So yeah, let me play this for a second because I think it's worthwhile.
I hate saying
We're gonna
this,
go
almost
on
the
this.
Trump and Melania token, like right there when he took office. It's been pretty choppy. Now, I'm not complaining. I mean, in the sense that we're
Action
over
loves this.
80,000 on Bitcoin. I don't know, but I see every movement in anything he says causes pretty volatile move on the
I
charts.
can't
and then
wait
everything
till
follows
you
what
start
Bitcoin
chopping
does.
these up to
And
make
I-
everyone
I've
look
been seeing
like
more
that on purpose. You know what I mean? You know how like they voice cut interviews and then like put
Yeah.
like a bad lip reading together? Now I'm sure AI could do it very easily. So
Bad lip read all of Dab's videos.
yo, that's a whole channel. That's it.
That's
We should have
hilarious.
a channel that is just bad lip reading for crypto. And
I would love
literally
that
we
so
just get anything that looks good, like your interview with BitBoy, we totally make it, we do voiceovers and make it even crazier than what it was.
I'm down.
Like,
I'm
you ask a
100%
question,
down.
you'd be like, yo, I was here. Like, oh man, we could, dude, that would be
When
insane.
Prop's interview with Kev,
We talked about that. Didn't we bring that up a couple weeks ago?
prop based
To
action.
talk about him? Well,
Yeah,
you
I
already
mean,
talked
I do have some out there too. These are the shorts I've made
What
from them.
Prop
Is he gonna be?
actually
Is he gonna
is.
be in Dubai?
He should be, from what I
Prop
thought.
Base is a real estate tokenization platform. We're building.
Kev is awesome. Yeah, but he
He's
should
gonna be in
Dubai.
Dubai. Link up in Dubai.
Yeah, well, definitely. I want to do something live with him because, yeah, I don't think he gets enough credit
On
for
the
the stuff
Aptos
that he's
blockchain.
built. I think it might be
Cheap
because he is
live
an
from
Aptos.
Dubai. Except it's gonna be nighttime. But regardless, it'll still
It's
be live
fine.
in the
It's
morning.
fine. It'd still be live. It would be morning somewhere in the world, right? That's all that matters.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It is 5 o'clock somewhere. Did we cover everything I needed to cover? No.
You don't know that
I-
reference, Toki? About
The 5 o'clock
drinking?
somewhere. I mean,
Yeah.
I know what drinking is. Jesus, dude.
No, I know you know what
Maybe.
drinking is. I mean, you do it every day, not just with alcohol, with water
Oh.
and other beverages.
Yeah,
But
sure.
you know the expression, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I wasn't sure if were you living out in the middle of nowhere, then you would. No, you gave the look like
I know what Margaritaville is, man. Like, chill out.
It's amazing. You guys are ridiculous.
Holy shit. I would say I choked on my tonsils, but I don't have tonsils, so I don't know what the hell I choked on while I was laughing. Like my tongue rolled back my throat or something.
And that's
Oh.
gonna get clipped. I don't know what I just choked on.
I should just start screaming curses now so it's unusable.
We already got the clip, brother. We already got the
Oh.
clip.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm out. Did we cover everything we were supposed to?
Half of what I do is to make this guy laugh, by the way. So seeing Toki laugh makes my day.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I think the whole
heating up in here.
The whole point is you got to have some fun, and
You have to.
I really think like more streams should be almost like a good late night show in a sense that you have guests every once in a while that are fun. You have good interaction with the audience, the people that are tuning in, that are watching all the time, and you know build that bond and pretty much have fun and have laughs. And you know if you can't joke about yourself, then what the hell? you gotta have some fun in life. And look, we're gonna do that, and then cover all the news, gaming, everything. Make a few bucks along the way. That's what it's about.
Hey, they want a shout out. They want a shout out.
Oh, Chad Poo. Yo, our homie, man. Like, look, we have a lot of friends that we talk to that we haven't met in real life yet, like in Telegram groups, and only a couple of them have actually moved forward with something. And he moved forward on his own pretty much because, I mean, I hold some Terra, like I've had it for a while, the moon bag of it, but I wasn't sure about projects launching or whatever. He took that. He's running with the ball. If you look at the Telegram's active, the Twitter's active.
Only one that's made it through, dude, as far as meme coins on Terra. Like, it's congrats. It's pretty awesome.
So as Terra does well, that's going to continue to do well. But it's awesome to see a homie just pushing that hard. And
it is.
And the thing is like, we know him. So like, I'm not worried that it's just like he's selling or rug pulling or anything. Like, he's legitimately having a good time with the meme and pushing it forward. So I hope to see lots of success with it.
Same.
Aren't those the best when you know the person and you just know that they just actually enjoy the meme for being a meme, and they're like, no, I really don't care about the token price or like literally any of that. Like, this is all just a meme for me at this point. If it does well, that's fine. Like,
if you build a good community too, and you're having fun and you're bringing more people in and just enjoying it, like, it might not be that overnight success where it jumps up tens of millions in market cap, but a slow, increase in your chart or whatnot, and slowly building the community. I truly believe if you're having fun, and doing the right thing genuinely, that the byproduct will be, financial reward, if that's, what you're looking to gain out of it in the long run. So hats off. I hope to see some more good projects from friends of ours, and I'm sure we will, as hopefully the market heats back up. This little BS green candle at 87.
All right, what are you guys up to? What else you got going on today? Anything y'all want to put on the radar for everybody listening in?
There is a space later today that this guy over here is hosting, so make sure you check that out. It's a pretty.
On my screen, he's pointing to the chat, which is awesome. So you guys hold it down.
Crap.
Yeah.
I'm hosting a space. Right. I'm hosting a space in an hour. We're going to talk a little bit about meme coins, SocialFi. Essentially, what SocialFi is GrindFi, because it's pretty much just shilling your socials and getting rewarded. But we'll have a bunch of people stop in. If you want, you're watching this, feel free in an hour to join us back in Genzio for the spaces. Maybe if you got something interesting to say, feel free to request to come up on stage. We're going to have just a good time and BS about that. Toki, what else? What do you got going? I know you have to have something else going on today.
Wait.
Me?
No, you guys are both showing up to the space as well. But besides
we don't have a choice. So here's what I'm going to do, just so you know, Scott. I'm going to go ahead and get on the Killer Whales, space. Yeah, space is space, because it ends right before your meme one begins. So I'm going to move everybody from here to there. Is it a good plan?
Oh, yeah. Have Maurice come over, hang out, bring him up on stage. We'll have some fun.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This cross-pollination is what it's all about. I love it. Like, it's great when you get to have good people. Oh, and right after your space, Scott, I got a space with Perko over here. Awesome. Thanks for the laughs. With Hash AI.
Nice.
Blue's going to hit the slopes. I have no idea what that means. Is he going to tumble down the slopes? That's what it sounds like to me.
Let's just say he knows where the snow is. All right.
Toki, what else?
What time is it in California? Wednesday at 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m.
God,
must be nice.
Yeah, if I was 20.
Wait, just tell people to subscribe and like and do all of that stuff yet? We got to do it 3 times in the beginning, middle, and end.
True. We do actually have to tell everyone to make sure that they like, subscribe, share out this channel, share out everything that Genzio is doing. It's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys.
Hey, what's up?
But it's not something Genzio is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a house.
How many know we do not understand?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Rebecca's Genzio Media House.
Oswald, thanks so much for joining us today.